Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gamergate podcast. Hey, wait a minute. Where am I? What am I doing here?
It's the podcast where we do what everyone loves, which is argue about Gamergate. We're going to do that.
This isn't Get Cynical. This is Most Controversial.
Oh, my God.
Man, if I could be doing two things at once...
Important to me is the number one Sargon of Akkad fan. So I've brought Spencer and Hannah, co-hosts of Get Cynical, on to debate the fact that they are slandering one of the greatest YouTubers / politicians of all time. A man who was courageous enough to run for public office, face the slander that the deep state put up against him, and went down with dignity. You know, he couldn't beat the unfair odds that were stacked against him, but he fought like a man. He
only threatened to rape one woman.
Photos with bad angles.
I mean, I like arguing about Gamergate, but the only thing I wish is that I could also like argue about like AI art while I'm doing it, because I think that would make me like the happiest of any person ever.
NFTs.
Like, if I could also somehow involve sex work discourse, I think that would be like heaven for me. If I could do all those things at once.
My favorite
voting,
Sargon of Akkad
voting,
as you guys pointed out, was how, like, whenever he did like a response video to Anita, she could start the sentence by saying like even in 2013 there were still, and then he would like cut her off and go like, what if someone's watching this in 2015, Anita? Have you not accounted for recording videos that people will see in the future? Well, I suppose you don't have to worry about that.
It's so awesome
like,
that they created
any like banal statement about like the weather, you would just fucking hop on like, it's actually quite sunny where I am, Anita.
It's like how fucking cryptocurrencies like don't create any value and are just like sort of inherently like a drain of value because they're an asset. I like how Gamergate managed to be that. I liked how Gamergate managed to be that for like public discourse. Like, there's no fundamental way to make anyone feel better after it. Like, unless it's explicitly at someone else's expense and you're like you're fucking over someone by tricking them.
Yes. Speaking of things that happened way too late, we are recording with Spencer and Hannah today because Griffin somehow in December of 2024 managed to get COVID. Just an insanely embarrassing thing for him, like a real down moment in his life. Kind of pathetic to be caught in a disease this late in its life cycle. I would like to reiterate once again, I have never gotten COVID. I am either immune to it or caught it and beat it down so ruthlessly and efficiently that I never noticed a single thing.
He's had it like 5 times. He's going to have the short-term memory of a goldfish after this.
What if this is the time?
He's gonna tweet in like a month. Like, I don't know why, but like all my food is like cardboard now.
What if this is the time where he comes back and he's a long COVID guy, like Leslie Lee did there?
He's like, hey guys, I was talking to Leslie Lee, and I really think he should be really good as a guest.
Oh god. I want to.
Can I even say long COVID, Anita, or is that simply too phallic of a reference for you?
My dream podcast is to talk about Gamergate and AI art with Leslie Lee for 2 hours on it. That would be like.
I would honestly, like, I'm not joking right here. I'd love to do that with movies. I would if I ever ran into Bob Chipman in real life. Like, this sounds like I'm like making fun of him. Like, no, he is a Boston treasure. If I ever like see him around a fucking stock market or something like that, we're linking up and we're having him on Most Controversial.
Yeah. I think he follows me. I forgot why. Yeah. Anyway, but
bring the Chipman in. We need him.
Yeah.
We need his support.
Kotaku in action.
Yes.
If you listen to Get Cynical, we did do a Kotaku in Action bonus episode recently where we only read one post, which was about Gamergate in the BDSM community. Woo! And that was the entire episode, so we're not going to double dip.
Immediately geotagged to Somerville, Massachusetts.
I think it was in New York, actually.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but we've got other ones, and in case you don't know, Kotaku in Action was the subreddit. It was a spin-off of Tumblr in Action, which was just like a hub for making fun of those damned social justice warriors. And Kotaku in Action was that, but for like gaming journalism. And it's like, it's still going and it's still exactly the same. Like, people really overuse the, Japanese soldiers analogy way too much, but really, like, these men are all fighting the last war, and it's still going on.
Yeah. Tumblr in Action was only banned 2 years ago. That feels so That feels so weird.
Who was using it like at that point? Like it had to have been like 3 neo-Nazis.
Yeah, I mean, Reddit's like always really hard to tell with the dates because 2 years ago it's like sometimes that actually means like 3 years ago. I think there was like a COVID post we read that like that like indicated.
It's less like last Japanese soldier fighting World War II and more like last surviving tribesman of the Sky Village still at war with the Mountain Valley. just decades and decades out of date.
That's such a weird time for it to be banned, though. Like,
imagine if there was an island
around the
next...
midterms.
Imagine if there was another island next to the Sentinelese Island and they were still fighting. Like they've been fighting this for like 5,000 years. They have not discovered iron, but they're still like going to war with each other. That's what this is like. But I just went, Kotaku in Action, you don't even have to look at controversial. I just went top all time. And the top all time post is a boomer tier Facebook meme that I really relate to as someone with obsessive compulsive disorder. And it says, there's 2 kinds of people. And the first one is some they them with, did they dye their hair gray? Mm-hmm. Like, did they, it's like, I want the Glenn Close.
Oh my God, that really does look like Glenn Close. That's kind of the detail that I like more. No, they probably dyed it blue and it's fading.
Yeah, so this person said, at Target, as someone with OCD, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't sell my illness as a fashion statement. And it's a hoodie that says OCD, obsessive Christmas disorder.
Let's go! Dude, I'm buying that. I'm buying a fucking like a sleeveless tank top that looks like that.
I'm showing up to the background of a rap video wearing that.
I'm going to a blood incantation show in that shirt.
And then it's some veteran who looks great. Says, "Shut up, pussy. You'll be fine." And it's a hoodie with a gingerbread getting its leg snapped off, and it says, "Oh snap."
Yeah.
I really wish I could communicate how bad this guy on the right looks.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that like on Facebook.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen this plenty of times. Yeah. He's he's like, it looks like he's like an influencer or something. He does like, pick, videos. It's like, don't let anyone ruin your day. Be a man, ruin it yourself. Like, I guess that's like when like a firework goes off.
I kind of don't appreciate
that you set off.
I don't appreciate jokes at the expense of the male loneliness crisis. It's kind of a serious thing.
A lot of pictures
like the bottom is like a picture of like Big Red or some other famous viral feminist, and the caption is just like, "Shut up, you whiner," and it's like one of those shirts that reads like FBI female body inspector.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm making a meme that's the Drake meme, and he's like pointing away from Big Red, and then he's going yes to Sexy Red, and no one understands what I mean, and everyone's killing me because I made that meme. No one understands who I am.
There was once like some guy, I don't know like who he was, like he clearly wasn't like a member of the faculty, but it was like some guy who showed up, like who I saw walking around my school, wearing like a shirt that says like no means maybe and maybe means yes. Just kind of hanging around the
That's a whole that's a whole level above like shut up bitch and make me a sandwich. Like that
it was insane. I remember like seeing that at like 16, and I just like even like little teenage me was like, why is that guy in a school? Like I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
Why do I shudder every time I remember this guy? No, that is. I would love if the person on the left like pulled up against this guy and was just like, "All right, if you're so tough, I challenge you to a 10-foot race."
Oh wait, I'm looking at the other shit this guy posted. This guy's like, oh man, this guy's like everything that Reddit connotes or whatever denotes. Whenever you post it, you said the dream of the '90s alive, and then it's just like someone on a unicycle wearing a kilt with a Darth Vader mask, and it says, "Keep Portland weird." It's like, that's so awesome, man. Everyone, yeah.
Look, I'm not immune to that. I had my fair share of bad online graphic T-shirts in high school.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was.
I had like one of those like fake college, but it said like College of Winterhold on it and stuff like that. I would wear that all the time.
Yeah.
Hannah, you want to read this one that I just posted called "What Other Industries Are This Toxic to Their Own Customers"?
Oh yeah, I think I sent that one earlier. I found that one. That's good. I really like that title, just in general.
Sorry, I can't see the chat here.
It's in premium showings.
It's in premium showings. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just had to scroll down all the way. It says here, I was thinking, as the title reads, what other industries are this toxic and openly spiteful to their own customers? I can't think of any other case of an entire industry reviling its customers to the extent the game industry has. I think the woke cult that has infested popular media knows that it, and its strange ideology, has been soundly rejected, and they plan to go down with the ship, Jim Jones Kool-Aid style. What say you? What's...
Yeah, I would say pharmaceuticals, probably. I mean, there's like a ton of industries that are like this. That are like...
Paint?
I mean, that are way worse. Yeah, paint.
Water piping?
Yeah.
Wait, what does it mean for them to go down with the ship, Jim Jones Kool-Aid style here?
I don't know. I guess like the
guy who doesn't know what happened to the James Jones cult. He thinks they fucking drowned in a sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they crashed into a giant Kool-Aid iceberg like the Titanic, and that's how they.
He thinks that they tried to do like a call-out campaign against the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Anthropomorphic pictures first.
This guy, yeah. Guy is really mangling like his historical analogies. It's like this is just like when the Hindenburg crashed into the World Trade Center. I think what he means is like there's game devs up top, and they want to be woke more than they want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's what he thinks.
Other than the Depression, Mr. Roosevelt, how was the plan?
Yeah. Even though like they celebrate anytime like a game company like has to cut jobs because they like made, I don't know, like any time that like Ubisoft has to like, you know, because their like stock fell by like 90% or whatever. Anytime they have to just like consolidate their company, they get like they just jerk themselves off because of like DEI Prince of Persia. Like that's why the company is overvalued.
Yeah, they put a black person in this Assassin's Creed game set in Africa.
It's not because they thought that they could make the Fortnite Battle Pass work with Far Cry 6 for some reason. It's because they made a game with black people in it.
Something that really like fucking like tripped something in my brain recently was like there was some lady like ranting about how they cast like a black actress in a live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon or something like that, and I had never heard like the complaining about DEI culture Gamergate shit in like angry Disney adult cadence before from like this very shrill woman in like a Mickey Mouse sweater, and it was like finding out like your like mom was hanging out with one of your friends without you knowing. It's like these two things do not belong together, and I don't like it.
I'm scrolling down through this post though and seeing what other industries people are naming, and there's a lot that are like complaining about banks and just like how annoying it is to get a hold of anyone, and surprisingly not
Same
in the
category.
Jewish way. Surprisingly, they're just saying that like it sucks to like try to get, you know, a straight answer from your bank, but like 90% of these answers are like comics, tabletop role-playing games, movies, television.
Yeah.
One guy here says, thankfully it hasn't infected music so bad. And another guy immediately replies, it has in other ways. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Playboy Cardi, Sam Smith, Sexy Red, etc.
Oh wait, I was joking about sex. I made a joke about Sexy Red earlier.
Playboy
dissociation.
Playboy Cardi
so
is
funny.
like he's in the news like every other week because he found a new woman to torture.
Yeah.
Like, how is he?
Oh wait,
He's got like 500 kids that he left in a sewer somewhere.
Yeah, wait, what
DEI
did
gone crazy. They have replaced the horse with a black woman named Megan.
What did they?
Knows what's going on.
What are they even referring to with Playboy Cardi? Like, did he do? I mean, I guess Was it like a Young Thug thing?
Yeah,
to do, like,
the
a photo
album,
shoot?
the album DEI lit. Was that?
Yeah, DEI. God damn it!
Whole lot of red hair dye.
Wokeness. Wokeness.
Bud Light, Jaguar, not industry, but I like that he says Jaguar. Like, you don't, and this is from a day ago, so this
You don't
is
own
referring,
that.
yeah, you
In
do
New
not
York
own
on
that.
protest cops.
The most toxic most toxic brands to their consumers. Ferrari, Mercedes Benz, Traeger
Yeah.
grills.
No, like
Yeah,
Ford
no.
F-150.
with Jaguar, I'm pretty sure that
And
it's
this
just that
is
there was like one ad that they get really upset about being woke or something. So I'm just scrolling down and seeing if there's
It's
any
'cause
that
they-
are like cereal brands hate their customers because everyone's interracial in all the ads.
I'm just looking up
Yeah,
Jaguar.
Spanish
woke.
language textbooks really hate their target audience.
Oh, it's because they did like a rebrand where it's like Jaguar's woke, and it's like, like they did an ad with like pink cars or whatever, and then that's like the new thing that like everyone. Sometimes it'll like pop up, but like apparently, it's like a lot of people still like use Netflix as a punchline for like putting like wokeness into something because of like a Cleopatra movie they made 3 years ago where she's black, and like that was I knew immediately when I saw that was like catnip to these people, because like Cleopatra wasn't actually black, but most of the times they're complaining it's about like something where there were actually black people, so
These
like
guys,
it's like validated them for years on end to like be like, oh, they don't care.
these guys in my
Gladiator
town
2 one is really good because I've heard from everyone who's seen it that Denzel is the only good
He is
part.
the only thing that holds that movie together. If he wasn't there, it would be like the most like it would be unwatchable slop.
Yeah, Paul
there's
Paul
these
Mescal is
woke
doing the
guys in
Mr.
my
Beast
town
smile the
that-
whole time.
Yeah.
there's these woke guys in my town that keep trying to make Beethoven and George Washington black. They keep trying to pass out literature to me.
Making George Washington black is a good compromise. I think
Making
we should
Thomas
do that.
Jefferson black.
Oh wait, no, that's Hamilton. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. No, I don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That is-
they dress up in all of these woke costumes, like with all this like purple haired. Their clothes look like purple hair, and they all tried to tell me about all these like cool based people were black in history. I don't get it.
I've got a post here in this reply section that I think is just like the ultimate slop guy. He lists here
Ooh.
Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, friggin' trifecta of kids shows right there. It's like, first off, that's an own goal, man. If you know enough about
Yeah.
cartoons at this point to know which ones are woke, then that's your fault.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess those are like the 3 channels that I remember from my childhood as having cartoons on them. But,
then
was there like a 4th one? Was there a non-woke channel?
I don't know.
Was there like
It goes on, though, and we're going to get to the end of this list, and then let me know your reactions. Bud Light,
Okay,
Jack
okay.
Daniels, Harley Davidson, Walmart, Target, Twitch, Mr. Beast, Shake Shack, Nike, North Face, Ben & Jerry's, Mattel. That is a guy who does nothing except for just like Google what ads are woke today.
Yeah, that's so getting mad at like a major retailer for being woke is so awesome, because it's like they don't really have a brand. Like their brand is just like how good something is, or like if they have something, so they're like always gonna say that.
What did they get mad
Anyway.
at Shake Shack for? That is fascinating.
I don't
to me.
know. I'm sure they did like it's like it's a DEI
Wait.
shake.
expecting.
Was that because they
Expect-
made
yeah,
the
they-
cops
well-
shit their guts out like 4 years ago or something like that?
Wait, I
It was
looked up. I
because of
just
the
looked
swirl
up.
shakes.
I looked up Shake Shack woke, and the first result is from America First Legal. America First Legal files federal civil rights complaint. So I guess like against Shake Shack for illegal race and sex discrimination. So
I did find a 10-year-old AMA that Kotaku in Action did with Jesse Singal. If we
oh,
wanna
I
go
found that
through
one too.
Let's
yeah.
hear it.
That was like back when he was like trying to say like pro gamer or anti Gamergate. Journalist Jesse Singal here. I just wanted to say that I want to understand you guys, and I want to be the least. I want I'm trying to achieve my quest of being the least likable person of all time.
He's saying, wokeness fan coming in peace. You guys did great this year. You're going to beat wokeness next year, I promise.
Yeah, I want Andrea Dworkin to fuck me. That's sort of my end goal. Yeah. So that's what I want to be
the least popular person in any given scene. That's my end goal. I want to go into every single social circle and have the least profitable opinions of all time.
Yeah, there is. I think I don't know how active it is, but there's like Jesse Singal's like podcast subreddit. What's it called? It's called like
Blocked and Reported.
I think it's called like, oh yeah, Blocked and Reported. There would just be some guy that would like that would make like really like weirdly not detailed, but like there was like effort put into like the edits he did of Jesse Singal where it was like him at the beach and it was like some pun and they were always like so off-putting. It would be like, it's like a right, like a right weird scenario Jesse's gotten himself in. It's like, I don't know, him dressed up as a donut or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I want to find it now.
Gus, wait. Oh, before this, I also want to say that another Jesse Singal type guy I'm kind of obsessed with is there's a guy on Substack who is a former Last Week Tonight writer who is like also like an anti-woke liberal like Jesse Singal. His name is Jeff Maurer, and he writes like fake Onion type articles, and one of them was like, "What Palestinians are cool? Why do they have the worst supporters in the world?" Like, who is this for?
Yeah, no, that's an awesome way to make no one happy.
Yeah. There are like three people.
A guy who loves Hezbollah but hates like Seamus Malekavzeli.
Yeah. To be fair, I think there's like the ISIS guys that Elon's been letting back on have maybe.
Yeah, there's like 3 guys in upstate New York that read this shit, and then they all like email it to each other, and that's it.
Yeah, just.
So Spencer, did the post I sent, is that the one you already read?
No, this one is incredible. So, we've been talking over Hannah a lot because we're big boisterous men. So why don't we let her read this one too?
All right, let me.
Okay, Hannah, do you want to read this?
Let me read at least the first part of it because this one's longer. So it's titled, I really can't sympathize with left-wingers who are just now turning against SJWs when I never spoke out against them in the first place. And it says here.
Facts, dude. You should have been on this way before.
Texting this to my dad.
And this is from 9 years ago, so it was a little late to the Kotaku in Action party because most of the like biggest stuff is 10 years ago. But it says here, when I see publications like The Atlantic and The New Yorker coming out with articles blasting SJWs and our culture, I can't get behind them. A lot of these people have stood back and done nothing when SJWs were imposing their will years ago. Now that the day of reckoning has finally arrived, so to speak, and those same people are just now turning on the SJWs. Not a sentence.
Day of was this written on the day of the Pulse massacre? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that is a weird... I don't know. So wait, this has to be like 2015. I guess I don't know what this would be specifically. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this is just I don't know what the deal is with this one. I guess like this guy was just like sitting in his room thinking about the stuff and was like, I got it.
Oh, I found the post. Hold on one sec. Or you know what? I'll let Hannah finish. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but I can't stand by you, and that's me talking to you specifically. That's not from the article or the post. You created this monster, and you need to lay in the bed you made. Maybe if you did a better job at quashing the political extremism that exists in your circles, this would have never manifested in the first place. The same thing goes for other areas too. Where are the other feminists calling out the radical third wavers? Based mom is an exception, not the rule. Again.
Base mom is always an exception.
2015 is a little too late to be saying
most moms only care about homework.
Base mom isn't an exception. She's a hall pass.
Your mom not making you eat spinach before you have ice cream does not mean that all moms abide by these rules.
Is base mom the same as mom bot?
No, two different people.
Okay. I haven't gotten all the way through.
Christina Summers, I think?
Yeah. Based mom is just like a 50-year-old like heritage
Based
foundation.
mom is Christina Grimmie, and I'm gonna make sure she knows it. 9 years ago.
What were you saying?
Based mom is like a 50-year-old heritage foundation writer who just like glommed onto Gamergate by saying that like I'm a feminist, but even I understand how crazy this is, and like just
Yeah.
trying desperately to get gamergaters to listen to stuff about like, you know, tax breaks and the Laffer curve and shit, and they never listen to anything
here
she had
she
to
is.
say besides just like, you know,
She
we have a
was
woman.
fucking ancient think tank Dracula.
Yeah, no,
it was
she
like
was-
just been writing books called like why
Yeah.
everyone is mean to boys, and it's like, by the way, if you like this, you'll really love hearing about right to work.
She was
she does
64
like
years.
a racist Southern dad thing, but it's like I'd even let a gamer date my daughter.
She was 64 years old when they started calling her that, and she got married for the first time in 2014 to a guy that died in 2014.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh wait, no. She was married to him, and then he died in 2014. Okay, it made it look like. Oh no, wait, no. There was still a 27-year age gap between them, so maybe that is why she was paid. She married a guy born in 1923. That's so awesome.
I just love the idea that she did like a locked room murder mystery assassination plot on this guy.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, you know they were playing Clue at her house when he died.
yeah, Clue, but all of the weapons are like the fucking Gears of War chainsaw gun.
Oh wait, no, yeah, here it is. Personal life. Summers married Fred Summers in 1981. The marriage provided her a stepson, Tamler
Yeah.
Summers, who is a philosopher and podcast host. It's like,
Yes.
damn, that guy rules. What an
Tamler
awesome
Summers.
Tina, if
stepson.
you didn't want anyone to know that he was murdered, why would you use a plasma rifle? His body is melting.
Uh-oh, stepson stuck in a group chat, and I need to get him out with my anti-feminist wit. Oh god, what an awful family.
Wait, this paragraph gets even cooler.
Oh, the next one in the post here.
I can
go
take
for it,
over
go
if
for
you
it.
don't want to read it. Where are the moderates that want to see legitimate law enforcement reform, calling out the crazy parts of hashtag Black Lives Matter?
Oh, that's what this is about.
You could go on, but the point seems to stand. There has been deafening silence when it comes to calling out the radicals on these sorts of movements. We're finally starting to see the endgame manifest because of this lack of vigilance. To me, Gamergate was never about just exposing bad journalism. Gamergate has shown that the US, as well as Europe, has a serious problem when it comes to the inability for people to call out political extremists. And although I've been bagging on the left wing up to this point, the right wing has a similar problem. That's like the number one 14-year-old political opinion to have is like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm against the extremists from both sides. That's like the second political opinion everyone ever develops when they're like in middle school. They just figure out that the world has problems outside of bullying. That's another story for another day. From what I've noticed here on this subreddit, the politics of most people here tend to be made up of people that haven't called out SJWs at any point in their lives. I'm just imagining like a really serious fucking like Jack Nicholson in Chinatown fucking monologue where he hits the woman and he's like, "When have you ever called out an SJW at any point in your lives?"
Yeah.
He's woke, don't you understand?
Fucking Shelley Duvall running around the house from The Shining, and she sees a guy getting a blowjob from someone in an SJW costume. The mirror. This gets so good. Up until they actually encroached on the thing they love. As a libertarian, it is very easy for me to call out both the social conservatives of the 90s who wanted to ban Magic the Gathering and violent video games, and call out the SJWs who think those exact same things are racist/sexist. Just like 10,000 sets of panties dropping in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a libertarian.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling that many of the people here have a hard time coming to grips with calling out SJWs because gamers tend to be overwhelmingly left-wing. Oh, buddy, do you have a great next 10 years in store? And sympathize with concepts like feminism and racial justice. Hopefully, Gamergate is a lesson to many people that you need to stamp out political extremism early and often. Let the extremists have their
I mean, it
space to
is,
vent.
but not in the way that he thinks.
Because if you try to forcibly ban them from public conversation, then that just makes things worse, e.g. Nazi Germany.
What?
Yeah, you know.
How is that? That is not what happened there, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a Nazi scholar, but I'm pretty sure they were like. It's like I'm pretty sure banning them wasn't the
Adolf
issue.
Hitler's first move was taking all the boobs out of Hoop and Stick.
Wait, does he think he wrote Mein Kampf because Hitler was censored?
Yeah.
But the vast majority of people need to be vocally speaking out against the extremists instead of remaining silent and letting them encroach into everyday life.
I still can't get over this this like truism that they have. Okay, for starters, like this is fourth wave feminism, not third wave. But second of all, I love like the fucking the like this like weird talking point they have where it's like, yeah, I prefer second wave feminism. It's
that's awesome.
It's such a cool thing to. I like it when feminism made sense and all the books were called like "Why All Men Kill Women."
Yeah, it's like how like sunglasses avatar guys now will like sometimes put TERF in their bio just because they don't like trans people.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like all the like second wave feminism was like writing these like fiery polemics that were just like, and if you castrate the men at the root, then you will see. And then like third wave feminism was just like 600-page books that's like, well, 89% of factory closings did this or whatever.
I like the thing. There's another thing that this guy posted. His name's Surging Chaos. He posted this only a year ago.
Surging Chaos.
And it was just a year ago in history. What if Adam Lanza was taken alive and put on trial for the Sandy Hook massacre? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think he would be found guilty. I don't think those are like those don't tend to be like big trials because it's like pretty easy. Like
I think he would have gone to jail.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
He's just so charming they let him off.
Yeah, no.
This guy who communicated
he
with
gets off on like a fucking like OJ defense. Like they get him
the
out
glove
of
does
jail.
not fit. If the fingerless glove does not fit.
We need to go on this subreddit again because I just opened it up and one of the historical what ifs is what if the U.S. enslaved white people like the Ottomans?
That would be dope. I think I would rock.
Yeah, that would be.
I think it's only fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
white
only
slavery is an
2016 era like epic leftist image I still laugh at is the one of like the white people picking cotton in the field.
Yeah.
They're getting whipped and MLK smiling in the background.
Yeah, no,
I love after football games they sometimes put Lamar Jackson smiling over those people. That one cracks me up. That's great. There's a post. I don't want to read any of the text, but the title cracked me up. It's tagged censorship. The new age of Reddit has begun. Admins ban r/fat people hate.
No.
This was
such a funny thing to get up in arms.
No, dude, people were so pressed about this. Like people, like this was like a huge fucking controversy that spilled over to Twitter when they banned fat people hate.
It was specifically they banned 5 subreddits at the time, and they're in here in the comments of this thread decrying all of them. The other ones are r/ham plain hatred. Trans fags, neo fag, and shit n-word say. Obviously not censored like that in the actual name, but
like a nature documentary voice, and it's like, so what differentiates a neo fag from a trans fag?
and somebody says here,
What if
descendant of the common metrosexual of the 2000s. The neo-fag takes an even more limp-wristed approach to it.
I wanted to say that I'm laughing imagining that last subreddit. It's like all just Def Jam comedy.
Yeah.
It's just like all black comics posting on there.
Yeah. I will say that I'm looking at the Surging Chaos guy's profile, and he is kind of intriguing because he posts a lot in like r/moderate politics, and he like clearly does like he's like annoyed by like how many like libertarians are like I guess like just far right. So he's just kind of like a grumpy guy, but it doesn't look like he's actually.
When that happens.
Well, it looks like he's just like a generally grumpy guy, but he's just like kind of. He's not like too like hateful. He just like kind of doesn't know what's going on and keeps getting mad about it. Like saying just saying like, is the quartering a Nazbol? Like. It's like, I don't know, man. I think he's calling Tucker Carlson a Nazbol. He's just posting a lot in like shit status say, and then Magic the Gathering finance. So this guy's awesome.
I can't stop thinking about.
They called her chair.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say that I can't
was just
stop
about to say-
thinking about Neofag, r/Neofag, through the lens of the architect from the Matrix calling Neo that when he gets there.
I have to
Yeah.
cut in and say that was the reason. What was like there was this forum called NeoGAF, which I
that
actually
would do
don't know
it.
a ton about.
Oh,
That makes
And
sense.
the epithet people had for people who were on NeoGAF was Neofag.
that's a pretty good one, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
is
they
pretty
kinda,
clever.
They kind of set themselves up for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're gonna, just someone had asked transgender, how do you feel about r/ask trans or r/trans F words, and people are just saying like, I don't like it in r/transgender, which is not a big upset. Oh, Spencer, I found the guy that posted those like weird Jesse Singal things. Hold on, let me find. I just want to get your reaction to opening his profile. I'm just gonna resend it to the bottom.
I just wanted to say I found one that was like hey SJWs, the lead scenario designer for Final Fantasy 15 is a woman. Is Final Fantasy 15 still by guys for guys? And it's just a photo of just like a normal looking Japanese woman. I'm gonna Control F for hot.
Oh yeah.
I need you guys to look at the title of what I just sent, please.
Okay, hold on. The N word.
No.
It says,
Oh yeah, Kotaku in Action Fantasy Football League is looking for recruits. they all quit after. This is from 5 years ago too, so they're like kind of.
In 2019, posting
Yeah.
Kotaku.
They never filled the last slot. Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, they didn't. Oh no.
Complaining about DEI because the first overall pick in fantasy football shouldn't be white.
Yeah.
Taking Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Well, I like
okay,
yeah.
so this is what's the JB? Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
What's the TJB? Are you looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Yeah, this is the
like
Jesse
the-
Single superfan,
Yeah.
and we have two gender swapped edits of Jesse Single. What Jesse Single is like a very just repulsive looking guy. Like he
Not
really
anymore.
he looks like a young Alan Dershowitz. Like it's really
Yeah.
really
Oh my god, that's brutal. It's the
Yeah.
meanest thing I've ever heard you say.
and he just these photos like they put him in like sexy girl outfits or whatever, and it's really,
Not even. It's like a woman that was on like the beach with like a red. No, wait, no. It's a picture of a guy wearing. It's hard to tell which of this is Photoshop.
It's a ship of
So it looks like
Theseus.
it's just a guy at the beach. Yeah, it is a ship of Theseus. No, it looks like it's a guy at the beach with like I don't know, like camo swim trunks, and then this guy edited like a bra on top, or like a leather top or whatever on top, and then also Jesse Single's head. And then there's another photo. But what I really liked, what kind of made this like the most like this guy kind of one of the most intimidating guys of all time, is the rest of his posts are just custom nails that he does, and they're like really good.
Is this the only trans fan of Jesse Single? Like,
No,
is this
it's r/male polish, which I think is like kind of the final. So it's just like some guy that's just doing his nails and posting about he's doing his nails, listening to the Jesse Singal podcast.
Awesome.
And photoshopping him. This is like the most terrifying man of all time.
This guy wouldn't even be in like the top 50% weirdest fans of my shows, I've got to say.
Yeah. He's like he's like he would run any prison that he was sent to within like a week. Like just
There's just an entire like maximum security prison, and they're all just complaining about trans kids.
And then he's also posting an r/Marvel comic, so they're just like, oh, Hercules, like this comic, he's a real beefcake.
Oh yeah,
And then-
on the Final Fantasy 15 one,
Yeah, we
like
can go
it
back to that.
immediately fucking descends into, and this woman is really cute, and then someone's just saying like, oh, but if you think non-white women are hot, then you're racist. But if you think white women are hot, then you're racist. Checkmate.
Yeah. I don't know.
I gotta say,
don't
the
know if
only guys I judge for being like a certain type, like, I don't judge guys who are into black women, and I don't judge guys who are into like, any type. If you're a guy who's into Asian woman, like, there's gotta be something that happened to you. Like, it's a tier below being a redheads guy, speaking as one of those. It's really, really, really tough.
I will say, I think there's something to that, but I've also looked on, there's like a subreddit called like r/Asian masculinity, and I will say that a lot of the footwork being put into that like worldview, like a lot of the, I guess like the think tanks are operated by a lot of guys that are very mad at those women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like, I think with these guys, like I think there's sort of a pretty easy way, or there's a pretty easy reason that, I guess there's like a few reasons that they're into like Japanese women specifically.
Well, I also have to say, just like about those like Asian MRA subreddits, or what, like Asian male dating advice or whatever. It's like people are way too mean to Indians about like that type of thing. Like Indians, like there's a billion people there, and like every single East Asian subreddit is just like pregnant woman escalator fails.
There's a post that was just like, it said like fucking Korean misogynists are so cool, you're getting mad at the 6 pregnant women in your entire country. And you don't want them to sit on the train.
It's not better on the feminist side there either. Like, all the Korean feminists are just like, we kidnapped a 12-year-old boy and tortured him to death.
Can I read another post I found called "Our Mission Statement Seems to Miss a Critical Angle, SJWs and RadFem"?
Yeah. Sure.
I know that there is a big part of Gamergate that wants to keep this strictly about ethics in journalism, but personally, I feel like that is to a larger degree delusional, especially at this point in time. According to the mission statement, how is anyone supposed to come to an understanding about how Anita Sarkeesian and Lee Alexander and the shitload of SJWs at their heels figure into the conversation? Even Base Mom on our side is much more about the culture war between radfems and regular gamers than it is about journalism. They figure into almost all of our conversations, and they have nothing intrinsically due to ethics with journalism. Our entire fight is a culture war against radfems and SJWs that want to shut us up in order to make gaming what they want it to be. The angry hornet's nest has been kicked, not because anybody there cares about ethics in journalism, for fuck's sake, but because they have a radfem agenda that is being threatened. To the moderators of the subreddit, consider, out of all the conversations that are going on, how much of them are purely about ethics in journalism at this point in the revolts? Calling it the revolt like you're in the fucking Paris Commune is so sick.
I will say, to have some sympathy for Base Mom, it is funny to be like, this woman.
I don't ever
like,
want you to say those words in that order.
I want to keep saying them because I want her to fuck me.
We're all exactly into one really old woman.
Yeah.
who looks like she should be on a bottle of apple cider.
Yeah, she really does. No, but just to have, like, be this woman with, like, a PhD and you're, like, moving in and out of all these, like, fucking, like intellectual circles, working with, like, I don't know, people that, like, knew Phyllis Schlafly or whatever, and then, like, you're kind of reaching, like, the twilight years of your career, and then, like, all your fans are now guys that just care about video games, and you, like, video games that you would never play because you were 64 years old.
you have to babysit a bunch of, like, 23-year-olds that have like Dead or Alive beach volleyball like hard burned onto their TVs, and you just have to be like, "This is awesome."
Summers into one League of Legends match, and she comes out talking exactly like Zoe.
Yeah, they're just like they're forming a caravan to like the campus of Smith College to see you speak, and they've made all the women leave. They're just like
Here's my suggestion of what we need to... I'm going back to the post. Here's my suggestion of what we need to add. In the mission statement, change the words negative influences to radical ideologues, and that'll do it. All of a sudden, much of the discussions in Kotaku in Action become understandable from the mission statement. Without that, the mission statement does not address more than half of the discussions going on, because they have nothing to do with ethics and journalism. Edit. Maybe you guys who are scared to death of splintering the movement are right, but goddammit, I guess I'm just too fucking plain spoken and hate most people on both sides too fucking much to be a joiner. I'd much rather call a spade instead of dance around it for diplomacy's sake. It is interesting to see the fuck-uppedness of every side firsthand, though. Seriously, guys, think about it, because a great more than half the conversations that are taking place about Gamergate is understandable to someone who is just going by the current mission statement. As a lefty, I'm telling you that it is political. This is a culture war, and it is these things, whether you want them to be or not. We haven't been squeamish about truth, so let's embrace the full reality of what this is. Again, as a lefty, I'm not here because of journalism. I'm here because I'm sick of hacks like Sarkeesian telling me that everything is misogyny when anyone who has fucking eyes in their heads can see that it's not!
Yeah. Oh,
That's
God.
the end of the post.
Yeah.
And like all of the comments are just telling him, like, dude, you need to calm down.
The one I've been a gamer, they've been calling me nobody for years. I think that's an album cover reference. I don't know. I posted it on our Twitter and it got like a lot of traction.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, this is it's what it feels like to be in Gamergate.
Yeah.
And someone says, "What are you doing? Nobody can stop them." It's a tank that says the media, and then a guy with a Gamergate shirt says, "I'm a gamer. They've been calling me nobody for years."
Yeah, so it's like the Tiananmen Square, but then I think this is also
it's a Tiananmen Square, but the tank is the media and the guy is the gamers.
Yeah, but I think
that's also like a weird one to bring out, because didn't that guy get wrecked? Like, didn't he get like kidnapped and nobody ever heard from him again, and it didn't work?
I think this is also like a reference to an album, which like makes it weirder. Or that's what people were saying on fucking Twitter when I was
yeah, the original is about liking Dungeon Synth.
Yeah, it is. That guy was missing after the events, you faggot.
I love that all of the guys in the comments are like, "Yeah, this is cringe."
Yeah, no one likes this.
There's like, well, no, the reason why it's like they're not offended because they're like of the like scope of the comparison. It's just specifically Tiananmen Square because like Mao and onwards China is like Nazi Germany for these types of Redditors.
Yeah, until they made that monkey game, until they made the like Journey to the West adaptation, and now they all really like China for some reason. Actually, yeah. I had to Hannah, do you want to read the one that I just sent?
No, I want to just very quickly read one of the comments from the Tiananmen Square one where they're arguing about whether it's cringe or not. And my favorite reply is just one trying to like express like you guys are saying that like, we think that like the tank guy got disappeared or whatnot. But the way that he says it is, that guy was missing after the events, you faggot. And I think that's a perfect
Yeah.
what's the next one to read? Which option did you choose?
Oh, yeah. No,
okay.
Just the one at the bottom. This one's about geopolitics. Not really, but it's, that's a good way to say it. Actually, also, he gets it wrong. Anyway,
so it says, which option did you choose? Let's say a gaming company from Software or Capcom is getting acquired. Which option would you rather take over and why? Chinese company, for example, Tencent. Arabian owners, similar to what happened with SNK, or an American company, for example, Microsoft or Sony. Edit. I know some people have a problem with me putting Sony as an American company, but let's be honest, Sony stopped being a Japanese company since the 2010s, more specifically 2016.
What happened?
What the fuck are you talking about? Seeing the Nissan December to Remember sales event and being like, "Yep, they're not Japanese anymore."
Yeah.
Okay,
oh no.
Okay.
So,
Wait. There's an amazing comment in this thread.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit. So this person says, Americans wants to do propaganda through games. Chinese wants to earn money. Arabs, they love gaming and wants them to be good. Seems like Arabs are the best option. Yeah, that's definitely what those fucking like Emirati oil they're like, I just want gaming to be based again.
Yeah, no, he's talking about the one Saudi prince who's insanely into
Wait,
Dota.
there's another
this guy who owns
in that vein. There's another one making the same point. A, Chinese, sexy but censored. B, Arabian, sexy. C, American, ugly and censored. For now, the Saudis are winning my vote.
I really like that they're using Arabian, like something that guys in the 1910s would use.
Saudi Arabians are huge fans of women showing a lot of skin.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Accidentally ending up Jamal Khashoggi because you went way too hard for Stellar Blade.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the enemies in Stellar Blade that you have to cut up, like
Jamal Khashoggi.
Yeah.
one of the main bosses is their version of Melania is fighting Jamal Khashoggi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their yeah.
There's this really good post
I had to use 17 summons to kill him.
Yeah. So this is tagged censorship. The President of the United States is attempting to censor the publication of a book critical of him with legal threats. And it's about Trump trying to censor the book written by Michael Wolff that is critical of him. And the guy posted it here because he was like, oh, look, it's like an authoritarian attempting to censor criticism. And the comments are ripping him apart.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair...
They're all saying, like, no, he's trying to hold someone accountable for defamation of character.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say he's just being he's being queenie about it.
Mm-hmm. These guys talk the exact same way, like, campus lefties talk about censorship. Like, it's not censorship, we're holding someone accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah, similarly in that regard, one of the posts that I found is, Meta, we are removing one angry gamer from the whitelist, keeping us brief for everyone.
No!
Due to the recent influx of outrage baiting and the praise of censorship of the Arthur episode with Mr. Ratbird getting married to another male rat, we, the mods on KIA, have decided to remove one angry gamer from our whitelist. What's going on here, guys? Like,
what? Wait. So was he pro?
He was.
Was he pro censoring the Arthur episode? I'm looking at Mr. Ratburn on here. Just in
one
general.
one angry gamer was really upset that Mr. Ratburn got married to another male rat. And so now they're...
Okay.
It's the comment section here is like 50-50 split between guys being like, guys, we're free speech absolutists. If we get pissed off about the gay rat, we are no better than the SJWs. And guys being like, you reap what you sow. Time for the gay rat to die.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke about like a version of this happening where somebody got really mad about Bluey or something like that. But that's basically what this is.
That's just the same thing.
Is getting mad about fucking Arthur.
Like the Daily Wire has their own Bluey at this point.
Woke fruits in Cocomelon. And I am a 37-year-old and I'm really mad about it.
I'm gonna look up Melanie Mack on here.
KIA. I follow the modern version of the subreddit now, basically. Mm-hmm. And they recently had to put a blanket ban on talking about all trans stuff because, like, it just was getting so heated and they were afraid of getting banned. They're just like, hey, you guys can't talk about this here. And then, like, all of them were just like, we're going to kill you. I hope you know that.
I found a great post that was by a deleted user that says, I'm being hypothetical here, but if I played The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 and didn't mind the wokeness and enjoyed the game, does that make me woke? I love that he's having like an identity crisis about liking The Last of Us.
That's like spiritually very similar to like that woman who was posting like, got my pussy eaten with ice, and the guy responds, how was the experience?
Yeah, I love that one. That was the best.
That was the I know he had you screaming.
I'm just not buying the game since it comes from a company that hates me and has their crony media press call me a bigot for not liking it.
Can someone read the last one that I posted?
That game.
Yeah, you can read that one.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure. I can read it myself here. The title is amazing here. I respect James Gunn for his box office success, but anyone else finds his humor and characters over the top and unpleasant/vulgar? I tried to get into his DC content, but found myself unable to. It's so funny. There's like a line here that says like, what I saw was John Cena as Pacemaker doing a lot of very nasty comments. For instance, he makes a lot of body and bodily fluid jokes. I don't want to get into the specifics of what all the things he said. This is like Seymour Skinner getting upset here at James Gunn's like over the top.
This is the last thing Christina Hoff Sommers' husband posted before he died.
Yeah.
I just don't like how scantily clad these women are.
I really like the image for James Gunn that comes up when you look at him, just because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a parody image. It looks like something that fucking like it looks like a cartoon in real life. Yeah. Basically, when just the most recent image of him. It's like, this is what Bart Simpson would look like if he was 50.
Yeah. I think
I want to do it. Oh yeah. No, you can do it.
I was just going to say very quickly that I think it's insanely funny that like this is the type of post that should not get any traction whatsoever. Like, if you were getting mad at John Cena for doing potty humor and saying that, like, he needs his mouth washed out with soap, then, like, that should not be responded to by anyone. But, like, Kotaku in Action is such a place that will be, like, you know, one of the most controversial posts in their history, with, like, dozens and dozens of comments of people, like, debating on whether, you know, John Cena did too much potty humor or not.
Yeah, no, that is a guy that was a professional wrestler and like did a
yeah, like a guy who was in like the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, I found a really good. It's a link to a YouTube video, but I wanted to, the comments are really good. So apparently, some woman who I guess is like a freelance gaming journalist who worked for Kotaku challenged Melanie Mack to a ring fight. And everyone in the comments are going to say, I'm going to be laughing my ass off when Melanie kicks her ass. If you don't know, Melanie Mack is a woman that's had to go to the hospital because she doesn't drink water and only eats, like, salted meat.
Like sticks of butter, I feel like.
Yeah, this woman who posts...
also one of the least healthy people of all time.
Yeah, versus this woman
Mack
who...
is not getting up. She is not. Can we need a doctor? Can we get medical? She is not getting up. She is spewing from her mouth and nose.
She ate this wasn't because of the fight. She just ate a single potato chip and withered away.
just like she's in the corner and someone like squirts water into her mouth and she just immediately throws up all over the ring.
She posts like these like
she
white...
takes like one bite out of a celery stalk and she just immediately balloons to like 2 pounds.
She posts like white Mind of Jason meals on Twitter. It's like, looks like I'm pissing off the fatties today. It's like a bowl of clotted cream, some olives. Like raw meat, and it's like, some fat people really hate this, and it's a
yeah, no, hold on, let me. I posted a screenshot of that. I think it was like,
if a peasant could do keto, this is what they would eat.
Yeah, she was like, this is my keto Thanksgiving. And it was like turkey and it was like shredded turkey and olives and like sour cream. Keto taco bowl with ground turkey, and then she said, "Fat people lose their minds over my food." It's not just fat people.
Can I read one more post to send us off?
Yeah,
this is incredible. This is by a deleted user, and the title of the post is, "It is time for the chaotic rules of the subreddit to be made clear and enforced by me." Greetings, Kotaku in Action.
I'm the teacher now.
Yeah. Some of you may know me as this sub-serial Chen poster and known autist. I have come here to argue that I should be made a mod of Kotaku in Action. There's too much infighting in this subreddit about rules and what is or isn't censorship. If you made me a mod, I promise to enact new protocols to keep our subreddit safe and prosperous. We need a strong, steady hand at the wheel of this ship to steer it in a better direction. Now, some of the mods here in KIA might oppose my ascension to the throne, and to them I say, what's the worst that could happen?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Is there like a genetic condition that makes like white guys born from 1990 to 1999 just talk like this? Like, is there like a specific genome that makes them talk like Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness characters? I'm serious. Like, is there just like a hidden like strain of autism that they haven't fucking sequenced yet that just makes you talk like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Gus's tweet will never go away. Is because they do love talking like Sephiroth. I'm sorry.
All right,
this isn't even
episode over. Episode done.
No, this isn't even Sephiroth. This is Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
Like,
this is very like a Giovanni or Ganondorf vibe.
Yeah.
This is like
This is like one of the flashbacks that happens in Tears
Beyblade
of the
villain
Kingdom where Ganondorf talks like this, and then King Rauru is like, "Well, he seems trustworthy to me."
Yeah, this is like you're playing like an Arkham game, and like the Riddler comes on your comms and be like, "You'll never find my 3 collectibles."
yeah, this is like how one of the Death Note characters explains the rules of the Death Note.
Yeah.
Like, this is the same cadence.
I guess that. Oh, and then Spencer and Hannah, you can plug your your program if you want.
Yeah.
Our program. Yeah, we have
Yeah,
this
I guess-
talkie. We have this
Yeah.
talkie called.
I guess you kind of talked about it already. I think we talked
Yeah,
about
wait,
it.
It's an old timey radio play.
We have
we have
this.
this radio play.
Yeah.
It's called the War of the Worlds.
We have a great suite of entertainers for you.
We have a cavalcade of
Yeah,
stars.
Mercury Productions is
Yeah.
our sponsor.
I guess if that doesn't work, I did send a picture of Melanie Mac's Thanksgiving where you can identify absolutely none
Again,
of the
there's
food.
no difference between this and a Jason meal. This is just again like the Midwestern version of that.
It's like a teaspoon of like green beans and then just like some fried shit on top of it. And then like a potato that's like sort of like eaten down like a watermelon rind.
This is like if there's like a student film about a zombie outbreak, this is like what the like makeup artist brings to have like be the zombie gore.
This is what the kid
Yeah.
eats in Gummo. Like, it's
Yeah, you know, we were actually running low on budget. It's like behind the scenes, and we actually had a really innovative idea where instead of getting like CGI guts, we just got Melanie Mac to make us dinner, and then we put that in the in their shirt, and then that poured out. And
I like
Yeah,
how
like
all the
nuts.
food looks too dry and too wet at the same time.
Listen,
She rules.
We can-
She rules so much. I love her.
we can talk shit about her as much as we want, but she is a beautiful parent. She is an active mother. She is chewing up all the food and spitting it back out into their babies' mouths.
When she gets married in 15 years, that's going to be one lucky kid with the normal genetic sequence.
I think it'll be so cool
I've
if she
been
still
fucking
does the
dying.
scene girl makeup at 55 and like the lacy chokers.
I've been absolutely dying imagining it being revealed that like she was the woman that like Cormac McCarthy had like a 15-year relationship with. He never even got to fuck her because she's just dealing with all her like the Melody Mac guys, and when he's like, "Do you want to make love?" She's like, "No, Justin Lingle is annoying me again."
No, I'm in the hospital
gonna go
for
yell
Gatorade
about-
poisoning.
I'm gonna go yell about trans people more, and then she shuts the door on him.
I would love to have sex, honey, but
McCarthy's seminal novel.
He's 90 years old. He's 90 years old, and she has to deal with Andrew Robb 15. Just like being like, "I love you so much, but I'll never be good enough."
I'm
she has
sorry.
to yell at him.
I'm sorry, honey. I'd love to have sex, but like sulfur is coming out of every orifice I have
I love that.
because I've only been drinking
Yeah.
anti-woke potions for the past.
I love that, like,
She's like-
it's a life that she has that is entirely of her own making because, like, her ability
I
to,
know.
like, make money is so tenuous that she can't even say no to Andrew Rob 15, right? Like, she
She's
the amount of
trapped
time,
herself in
like,
this-
if you, like, go to Twitter and, like, search for from her to him and the amount of times where she says, like, it's cool, then, like, it's, like, 5 scrolls of her just, like, trying to diffuse the situation because she's so terrified of losing a single fan.
The funniest shit was when like he posted one of his gym photos where he just looks like kind of fat, and then she responded with, "You've been making some good gains," and it's like if he shot you, then like it wouldn't be his fault anymore.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
I was thinking about it. I think the thing that makes her like in this like specific like torture chamber is that like I think it would be easier if she just dealt with like normal like horny reply guys, but the fact that she's like doesn't show enough skin for any of those guys to show up, but she still has horny guys.
Yeah.
But like the only horny guys are like guys that were homeschooled until they were 23. Like those are the only guys that don't know that you can go on Pornhub.
Yeah, they're guys that got held back at Jesus camp. And
Yeah.
that's why they act like this.
So she's just this like collection pool for all the worst types of guys because she's just like the first filter. It's just all like the worst guys that are like, "Damn sis, you want to see my leg wound?"
All right, guys, I do have to go.
All right,
All right.
all right. Catch
Bye,
you all
guys.
later.
Bye.
Bye.